To analyze or not to analyze? That is the rhetorical question. I decided to do my presentation on Baptist Medical Center South. Baptist Medical Center South. I decided it would be a little helpful to give you guys the mission to understand a little more about this hospital. At Baptist Health, our mission is to continue the healing ministry of Christ by providing accessible, quality health care services at a reasonable cost in an atmosphere that fosters respect and compassion. Rhetorical terms and strategies. Before I give you the term, I will give you the definition of rhetoric. The art and study of using language effectively and persuasively. First on my list will be ethos. Ethos is credibility, which involves names and titles. Next I will be using pathos, which is involving the emotions of the audience. Logos, which is logic. Plain English. Metaphors, which is a figure of speech. Diction, which is the involvement of which words you decide to use. Imagery, and format. If you notice, ethos, imagery, and format are all bolded. The reason they're all bolded is because I will be using an external document from my final recommendation to demonstrate how I apply a rhetorical analysis using ethos, imagery, and format. To the document, I decided to grab the social responsibility page on their webpage from the About Us. As you can see, it involves a lot of pictures, a lot of writing, a lot of names, a lot of colors. First we have the format. If you can look, there's a search bar. They have the brand logo on the top. They have a lot of subcaptions, a lot of names, a lot of titles. If you notice, all subcaptions contain a summary and picture. It seems to be the format they use for all of that. On the right side of the page, it contains pictures of key players in the Baptist Hospital. As you can see, there's the pictures of the board committees. They have names, and they have even more pictures of specific people. If you look, you see the vice president and the senior vice president. Next, we have ethos. Ethos, like I said earlier on, is credibility. Names and titles are there to establish credibility. There are also quotes of these people to give the hospital a more established look. As you can see, I circled Audrey Moran, the senior vice president. She says, Baptist Health's social responsibility is to lead by example. Hearing that from the senior vice president, to lead by example, is a way they're establishing ethos. I also have the board committee squared. On this one page, they have the list of the entire board committee. They really wanted to show the audience that they are established. They also have the picture of them right above it. Imagery. When you look at this page, you see many pictures, you see many colors. Actually, we'll get to that. All the pictures are right next to the subcaptions. That goes throughout the entire page. All pictures are right next to the subcaptions. And also, all the subcaptions are blue. The reason they're blue is because that's the color of the brand logo. It's blue with a cross with the symbol of Florida in it. But I believe their use of the color blue is actually leading to a more boring, lethargic page. I think that if they experimented with some colors, maybe change it up a little bit, maybe it'd be more interesting to read. Because right now, the blue, the white, the gray, and all those names are not appealing. The use of pictures displays the company's mission. As we were saying earlier, it fosters compassion. That's what was in the mission. And if you look in the picture, there's an older gentleman giving a high five to probably children, teenagers. We can assume the mature adult in this picture is an employee. And that's how they're showing compassion. Playing with the kids on the basketball court, you can see there's a hoop on the back. Well, thank you for listening to my presentation. That is an example of how I will be analyzing an external document. Thank you.